Hey, it's Rachel from All About Planners. In this video, I'm doing a review of the Time Marker dot grid notebook. The main reason I got this notebook is because you probably noticed from the cover that it has quite a resemblance to the Scribbles That Matter notebook. So I got this one to see if it was a good dupe and which one is better. So similar to the Scribbles That Matter, it has this really nice cover with all these cute little icons and things indented into the material of the cover. Also really love this teal color. I hope it's showing up on the camera. It looks very pretty. Just got the brand on the spine. It does have the elastic band. I've just taken it off to film this review. The page size is 5.75 inches wide by 8.25 inches high, which is the exact same dimensions as the Scribbles That Matter. You probably noticed the paper straight off the bat, so it's not bright white, unfortunately, like the Scribbles That Matter paper is. It's more of a creamy ivory color. So I personally do prefer bright white, but at least this one is not super cream colored. I am noticing straight away though there is some shadowing of the font that's printed on the back side of the pages, so the paper quality I don't think is as good. It also feels quite thin. So at the front here we have some contents pages. I like how big these boxes are with plenty of space to write in. I know that I have things that spread over multiple pages, so it's always good to have, I find, extra space to put multiple in here rather than listing the same thing out multiple times, you know, for one, like listing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for all of the pages. So I do like that. Plenty of space there. And then we start with our dot grid pages. So the dot grid is your standard 5mm square, which pretty much all dot grid notebooks have these days. And at the top of the page, you can see it gives you a bunch of months printed and the dates. So if you want to use this for a traditional date or page like planner, you can, you know, circle it all instead of writing out the days every single time. But if you are using it for, you know, monthly calendars and other things, that might get a bit annoying. You might want to cover that with some washi tape maybe. Now for the page numbering, I am a little confused about why they didn't just pre-print the page numbers for you. It feels a bit weird that I have to go and number all the pages, so I'm not sure what the idea was behind that. Maybe there was a reason for it. Maybe you want to page number each section, so maybe like the start of your to-do list, you go page 1, 2, 3, 4. Then maybe you have another section for meal planning, which you go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess you could kind of do like a coded page numbering system if you wanted to. But to me, that kind of just seems a bit confusing than just going in consecutive order. There are two different ribbon bookmarks. I like they're in different, two ribbon bookmarks with different colors, which is always a plus. I get really annoyed when they have the same color because then I'm like, wait, which one's marking what page? So I really like that. And it coordinates with the elastic band and the cover color as well. Always love when things are color coordinated. So a whole bunch of dot grid pages. And let's have a look at the pen test. So I tried a bunch of gel, ballpoint, fine tip, some thicker marker pens, stamps, highlighters, and my favorite dot markers. So the real test is the highlighters and the dot markers, so let's just check those first. As you can see, there is a lot of ghosting, and there's actually quite a lot of bleed through on those dot markers as well. So if you did want to use this notebook and use supplies like those, wouldn't recommend it, or if you're going to do that, you might need to use every second page. As for the pens, they're a little more kind to the paper. There is still quite a lot of ghosting though, but really only some bleed through for some marker pens. So the paper quality is not that great, but it does come at a lower price point than the Scribbles That Matter. So, I mean, up to you, but me personally, I've seen enough of these notebooks with the thin paper now that I'd rather just buy quality. So I just go for the usually 160 GSM, which the Scribbles That Matter has. So I would recommend that one over this notebook personally. There is a pocket folder at the back, comes with a pen loop, and there are some little like shopping list size pages that you could use if you want to do another bookmark, if you don't have enough ribbon bookmarks or some scratch paper or whatever else you want to use it for. So it's not really essential to include that in a dot grid notebook, but hey, it's there. It's a freebie extra. So overall verdict, nice notebook, absolutely love the cover. Wish it had better paper quality. I think that really let it down. Also would prefer to just have the consecutive page numbers already printed instead of having to add the page numbers myself. So nice dupe, but I definitely would still recommend the Scribbles That Matter instead.